These students are hoping to enter Mexico's booming aerospace industry. Their state, Querétaro, is one of the few in Mexico known more for opportunity than for violence or poverty. Manuel Guerrero has a clear idea of what he wants to do.
Well, I want to get a good work, well paid and all that. And I'd like to work with the airplanes because my job involves a lot of the electronics, and that's pretty much what makes the planes fly today.
He has a good chance of achieving that goal. The aerospace industry is expected to more than double in the coming years. According to the government, Querétaro owes that growth to one thing: the increase of free trade between the U.S., Canada, and Mexico.
Querétaro is the most success story of NAFTA in Mexico. The per capita income or per capita GDP was around $4,000. Today is $14,000.
But for most Mexicans, nothing much has changed. According to the World Bank, 52% live in poverty, roughly the same as when NAFTA was enacted. That's compared to steeper drops in poverty across Latin America over the past 2 decades. Still, some say 20 years after NAFTA, Mexico's moment has finally arrived. It now has an A-grade rating from Moody's Investor Services. Meanwhile, President Enrique Peña Nieto's reforms package has many in the international media proclaiming him as perhaps his country's savior, despite popularity levels at home below 50%. It's unclear, though, if he can leverage that international popularity for the benefit of millions of poor Mexicans.
The whole idea of free trade is that everyone benefits. The pain of free trade is that there are very hurtful adjustments. And that's something where the governments should intervene to help their own people make the transition.
Apart from trade, there's little expected from these talks. Mexico was hoping that Canada's Prime Minister would announce the end to a travel visa, something his advisors say just isn't going to happen. Likewise, Canada was looking for Obama to greenlight an oil pipeline that's been awaiting approval for several years. Also unlikely. The only thing these 3 leaders seem to agree on is the need to deepen trade and to make NAFTA a stronger regional bloc. Adam Rainey, Al Jazeera, Mexico City.